Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Perfect, 'cause I just finished my cookies.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's gonna be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerii Aquino.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerii, that's Jerii, and Kyle Ploof.
Top of the morning.
At Kyle Ploof, very Irish of you. No reason why, but that's great. Thank
I
you.
saw Sinners.
Oh, that's right. You watched
You
Sinners.
finally saw Sinners.
Yeah.
That's great. And like all good white men, he agreed with the villain.
Yeah. Gotta see what the big deal is.
He's what I would call an anti-hero.
He is. I love that movie. Check out Sinners if you haven't seen it yet. Also, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. We have one wall built.
Woo!
So we are one wall away and a desk away and a paint job away and a couple of signs away from having our studio complete.
Good old PJs, paint jobs. Let me tell you, this one wall, it's a nice fucking wall.
That's a nice fucking wall.
That's a nice fucking wall right there. I like it.
Also, shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. Dogs, cats, toes, stories, whatever you want to share.
Yes.
Let us know your thoughts. And, of course, go on the platform, Spotify, iTunes, whatever. Rate, review, and let us know your thoughts.
Does
as
anyone have a
always.
pet bat?
Oh, my God, yes.
Just curious if anyone has a pet bat.
We got a rooster and we got a pig, but I want more obscure pets.
And a duck.
And a duck.
we got
No one wants a duck.
Well, somebody wants a duck.
Okay, fine.
I mean, they are one of the scariest animals if you think solely about their penises.
Yeah. And Joey and Chandler did have a chicken and a duck.
Yep, and they were pretty cute. No way that was a sign the series was failing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to an update. It's Friday, so you know what that means.
Woo!
It's Karen Reed Fridays.
Free Karen Reed Fridays.
All right.
Okay, so closing arguments happened today, and the Commonwealth did very poorly, as
Good.
usual, in this entire ordeal.
How many times did they say she's hot?
They actually did talk about that in the closing arguments for the defense.
Okay.
Because they were letting people know that Brian Higgins, he was caught on camera before John O'Keefe got in his fateful ride to 34 Fairview. Brian Higgins was out in the corner of the room screaming, "Come on, come outside, let's go," like ready to fight him.
Really?
Brian.
And his friend to John O'Keefe.
To John O'Keefe.
Yeah, so Brian Higgins is like, let's go outside right now. And he's pointing outside, and his buddy, Chris Albert, was holding his hand down, being like, dude, not in here. And so they ended up
Oh my
leaving.
God.
He fucking ends
Whoa.
up dying. They blame it on her, but they had no evidence whatsoever.
It is interesting when the cops have a house party and it leads to a massive fight. Like, who do you call?
Yeah.
Who
Do
do
you
you
call
call?
the gangs that they usually arrest to come and squash the beef?
That's hilarious. All right, motherfuckers, fucking stop.
Oh, it's a role reversal. Role reversal.
Yep.
So closing arguments are officially done. It's now in the hands of the jury. The jury selection process, they filed a motion yesterday, and it was denied earlier today. It was the motion for a fair and public, what was the wording they used? To the jury selection process. They wanted
Okay.
it to be fair and public, and she denied it.
Okay, so what do you mean? So they want do the jurors want to be anonymous?
So there's 18 jurors.
Okay.
And 6 of them are asked to be alternates at the end of the trial.
Right.
So in case anything happens in there and people get crazy and whatever happens, they have 6 alternates that they can just throw in there.
Yeah, tag in.
Yeah, so 12 were chosen, and she chose seat number 1 again, like she did in trial 1, to say, you're the jury 4 person, even though it's supposed to be like a public thing that everybody sees. Like she takes a lottery ball out of a thing and says, okay, you're the jury 4 person, and you guys are the alternates.
Like the NBA lottery, it could be rigged.
Exactly. So that's what happened today. And yeah, hopefully the 12 that went in there were paying attention, because there's no evidence that John O'Keefe was ever hit by a car. And there's a ton of evidence that he was attacked, bit by a dog, scratched up, and left for dead after he had been in the house.
Well, they better start limiting the snacks that these jurors get. Otherwise, they're going to stay there forever.
Very true. Very true.
My personal opinion is that I was like 60-40 whether or not it was going to, I thought it was going to be a mistrial. or not guilty 40%. But now I'm up to 90% not guilty, 10% mistrial. There's no chance that she's going to be found guilty of anything.
All right.
They did such a great job.
Interesting.
Man, that's awesome. Dude, you're so passionate about this. Your Boston accent gets thicker when you talk about this story. Did anyone else hear that? Not guilty.
Not guilty.
What? I can't do the Boston accent.
No, it's impossible.
I have no idea. I don't even know what it is.
Asked every actor in Hollywood who apparently also can't do it.
Yeah. I feel that.
All right. Well, we talked about the man who survived the plane crash going from India to the UK the other day. He was in seat 11A. We also learned that he had his seat changed just before the flight.
That's crazy. That is some Final Destination shit.
It is. It's so nuts. And then evidently when the plane crashed, he did get out the window. So that's how he was able to survive.
My God.
But we're going to play some audio today, and it brings us to Butt of the Week, B-U-D of the Week, and that is time. Time is Butt of the Week.
Time is Butt of the Week?
Time is Butt of the Week.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because you never know.
Time is a disrespectful motherfucker.
Ma'am, I denounce what you've said.
I cannot stand time.
Time?
She thinks she controls everything.
She does.
She doesn't stop, even though I just want her to shut up for 1 second.
No, don't yell at time.
So, yeah, I will.
Don't yell at time.
Isn't time on our side? Isn't that a song?
Nope, it is not.
It's a flat circle. It is actively working against us, but also, what does it give us? Time.
It's a flat circle. It's like a wart.
It gives it. Yes, it's like a wart. It gives us of itself. So time is Butt of the Week. Thank you.
Wow.
And I want to play just a little audio from this couple.
Do not agree with this.
They're a British couple. I believe they're gay. And they were just doing some filming for social media, and you never know when your time is going to come. This is them just happy before they, I guess, died in a tragic accident.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how else to say it.
This is how it's Butt of the Week, because time slapped its sweet slap.
There's been some quite mind-blowing things have happened, but we're going to make a vlog about the whole trip and share it.
There's been too much, hasn't there, not to document it, and it'd just be so nice to remember this and to share it with everybody, because we really have been on quite a journey. And then just spending the last night here in this amazing hotel, we just had the most delicious thali food. It was a perfect way to round up the trip.
All right.
So what you're saying is, on top of everything, this plane crash was also a hate crime.
Oh my God.
Pride Month.
Oh my God.
Fucking time.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right.
And time is Butt of the Week. You know,
Miss Aquino.
I purposefully live in my own sense of reality just
Yes.
because time sucks so much.
Miss Aquino, what I was trying to point out was how precious it is.
Yeah.
That
and
we
how
caught
they
their
had
last words.
their final.
This is so morbid.
It is a little morbid, but
It's
they
very
had
morbid. You can't confuse me into thinking it's sweet just because there's like a sad piano
What if
in
I
the background.
What if I talk
They
like that? But
died.
Jerry, what if I talk like that? It's very sweet. It's very pleasant.
It's very nice.
Their last. You're really ruining this for me. Their last night, they did have a wonderful time, and isn't that all we can ask for? That's what I thought last night. I was going to bed, and I was like, "This is going to be powerful," and now it's powerful, but in a different way.
Yeah, it's a freaking hate crime.
Oh my God.
Hate crime, hate crime.
This.
We'll bring it up with the airplane. Boeing, you hate gays.
Yeah. What did we do to you?
I don't honestly.
Planes?
I'd have to investigate that.
What did we do to planes?
I'm not sure what gays have ever done to planes. Like,
Yeah.
all the things, yeah. The fanny pack, maybe the fanny pack, but they just made that popular.
Yeah.
The male flight attendants are always gay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the funny ones.
I used to get free drinks
Yeah.
in my 20s all the time. Now, not so much.
Yeah. I also will say there's an uptick in chubby flight attendants, and I'm here for it.
Are you saying you realized that you got older and got unattractive to gay men, and that makes you sad?
Yes.
Oh, no, they'd still take you out.
I think they would.
But I've sent
Like
you.
one of those like sports bar gays.
Yeah.
I've gone out and I went to West Hollywood a couple times and I got drinks bought for me. And then during Pride Week a couple years ago, my buddies were like, "Let's go out," and I was like, "Guys, I'm gonna have to be swatting these cocks away." I realized I'm like Monday night gay, okay looking, but Pride Week gay, I'm like, they're not even looking at me.
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, you're like a 2. When
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll fuck you in the bathroom, but you ain't going to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Speaking of dicks, we have an update on the Gilgo Beach killer. As if things couldn't get weirder with Rex Heuermann. Apparently, he had a very strange relationship with his mother.
Oh, I mean, that's just hack.
It is a little hack, but he would kill women because he thought that they looked like his mom.
That's so ridiculous.
That's a theory. So
I've seen what he looks like, so I'm not to besmirch his mother, but the chicks that he's been killing are all very attractive people.
Yeah.
well, you never know. He may have had a beautiful mom. And he's actually, for chubby white.
Really?
He's not.
Really?
He's not as hideous as some.
This guy looks like he's wearing a mask,
Dude, really?
like
he
a Halloween
does.
mask.
And like a Powerpuff Girl buttercup wig.
Well, there's some panache. He has a panache.
Panache.
Are you fucking kidding me right
But I
now?
think we're starting 0 for 2 here.
I'm not 0 for 2. I'm 3-0, baby.
Jesus.
So, yes, he's been charged with murdering 7 sex workers. According to David Jimenez, he appeared in a Peacock documentary, The Gilgo Beach Killer.
Jimenez.
Oh, Jimenez, thank you. He appeared in the documentary on Peacock, The Gilgo Beach Killer, House of Secrets, which I don't think is really the worst thing that's in the house. Every house is a house of secrets.
Yeah.
Every time you use the restroom and don't come out and blatantly say what you did in there, it's a secret.
Yeah.
Duh.
I think it's the house of murder. That's
Right.
the problem. It's the house of like the rape and the murder.
Right.
That's the big issue, not so much the secrets. He says, I keep thinking, where is the root? It's something when he was young. Maybe he could have been rejected by the girls in high school. But that happens to most guys anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. And get used to it and just start to enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's a
really.
numbers game, baby.
It really is.
It is.
Jesus.
Also, thank God you got rejected by those girls in high school. What if worse, one fell in love with you? Next thing you know, you're married, you got a union job, and you're the basis of a Bruce Springsteen song. So he goes on to say, I wonder if you look at a picture of his mother, did she look like these ladies? These victims were all, petite. So he had a petite mother, although this is the picture of her, and I'm, again, not being, maybe that's his wife.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his wife. So apparently he did have a petite mom. He continues, he says, does he have a hatred indirectly for his own mother or father? Is he projecting here? Maybe a bit of a reach, though.
I mean, yeah, sure. He's projecting via murder.
Yes, that's the projection. That's his medium.
Oh
As
my
we've
God.
discussed, because now I know what that word
That's
means.
There we
not-
go.
Oh
His
my-
medium
his
is a corpse.
medium is murdering.
No, the medium is the corpse.
I think the medium would be whatever he used to kill him with, right?
A knife, then.
Okay.
Yeah, a knife and his dashing
Would
personality.
the medium, you know what? I'm going to ask the audience. Would the medium be the corpse or would it be the weapon he's using? Or would it be the blood?
Toss up. It's not the blood.
Why not the blood?
He didn't kill him with the blood.
No, but it could be like his medium to get to the blood.
Maybe he was doing some body painting on the poor victims who we must remember.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Huerman's mother, she's 95. She is believed to be alive.
Believed.
Believed.
We have no confirmation.
Yes, because no pictures of her have surfaced. His father, Theodore Huerman, died in 1975. And classmates, they said he was, quote, his mother was, quote, controlling, and he was, quote, a mama's boy.
Yeah.
So a little bit like that kid in the movie It, who's not allowed to go play with any kids because his mom says that he's sick all the time because he has Munchausen by proxy.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Huerman, of course, he lived with his wife. He was arrested, and the questions of why are still not answered yet. And who knows if we'll ever get that answer. But one possible answer is he hates his mom so fucking much, he had to kill all these chicks.
Well, also, sometimes people are just fucked up.
Yeah.
You don't need a reason all the time. He's just broken.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And
his
like,
brain
why-
is broken.
And why do we care so much about the why?
Well, I guess it's to prevent it from happening again.
Yeah.
With him? I mean, they're just,
No,
they're
but
just going to
with-
throw him away?
Well, I think that's the point of the psychology behind serial killers is that you're trying to like find red flags. So then hopefully you can like, again, when you were talking about would you go back in time and kill Hitler? And I said, no, I would hug him so he doesn't commit mass genocide.
LOL.
No, because I think it's nurture and nature.
Right.
So how do we nurture these people so their nature
Right.
is less like, I want to
By
murder
going
to,
back in time and playing patty cake with Hitler.
I'm
Yes.
not going to play patty cake with him. That's a form of molestation.
Ow.
What patty cake were you
You
playing?
did not play the patty cake that I played. Holy shit.
He really played with the Baker's man.
Serious.
So, in even a douchier assessment of his life, They say he ruled that house like a 1950s style family. Traditional. He was very secure, very much a man.
Yeah, cutting off sex workers' hands in the basement.
Yeah.
Like a nice 1950s Pleasantville.
Well, they never showed the basement in many of those shows.
Yeah, that's true.
And I do think the Andy Griffith Show has a very, very dark, dark past.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that town wasn't necessarily pro-segregation.
Very true.
So they say he was very secure, very much a man, but in a very secure, masculine way, not in an obnoxious way. So I don't know what the hell that's.
Not in an obnoxious way, but like he humbly committed all these murders or something.
Well, I believe. I mean, I don't frickin' know. That maybe is sort of a he and his father. They say he looked after his wife and kids. He would protect Asa. He would look for them when she was suffering from many of the physical ailments she has, especially later in life. So I don't know. It's just weird because he was a person, and you don't want to think of these people as people because they're monsters. But he
Yeah.
was also just a fucking dude.
Yeah, this is what the real life Dexter looks like.
Oh, no, don't do that to Dexter.
No,
He's a
Yeah.
dreamboat.
this is the guy that
Yeah.
Dexter kills.
This is the guy that
Yeah.
Dexter. Yeah, I
'Cause he
guess
goes
it-
after
I
he
guess
goes
it
after the
would
serial
be.
killers.
I know, but Dexter, I feel like I just mean is the point of view thing where Dexter's still like a mass murderer.
Right. Yes,
Still
he
a
is.
serial killer.
Right,
And
right.
But a good one.
But he was right, but a good one.
It's a net positive.
Maybe he thought
Yeah.
he was doing something right.
Yeah, I mean there are stories of, I believe, I forget the name of the fella, but he only killed like pedophiles and things of that nature. And I don't think that people hated him as much as a serial killer like the Gilgo Beach killer who killed sex gals.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
seriously.
Yes. So they say, I think that he had a split personality because they only saw the one side where he was very assured, smart, and together. But then you hear the details and everything came out, and then this fella says he was shocked. He's shocked.
He's shocked.
So
Man's a real brute.
he's a real brute. We're learning more about Rex Heuermann, and that trial, I suppose, will continue throughout the summer. What a summer of trials.
Yeah, we
Rex
got
is
Kohlberger coming up
Yeah,
in August. There's a whole bunch of trials.
Is Rex his full name?
I think so. What's the long for Rex? Oh, Theodore.
What?
No, I'm just thinking
Theodore
Theodore
Rex.
Rex. I'm literally thinking of the dinosaur movie with Whoopi
Whoopi
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Which, by the way, she took Theodore Rex over Ace Ventura. Whoopi Goldberg was supposed to be Ace Ventura, and she said no to do Theodore Rex, which is why Jim Carrey got the role.
Thank God.
Isn't that crazy?
Rex is his real full name.
Lazy
That's
parents.
wild.
Yeah.
We'll call him Rex because he wrecks a bunch of women's lives. All right. Well, let's move on to a story of love. They say this is a modern day West Side Story, and it's between two ducks.
What?
And they're in Central Park.
Oh.
So they're lovers. And I will give the New York credit. New York Post.
like actual ducks, not like
They are ducks.
They're not people we're calling ducks.
No, they are real ducks,
Look at
not
this
people.
fucking quack.
One's
No.
from Puerto Rico.
Not people who identify as duck. They are actual duck. And I'm going to read the first sentence. I usually don't, but this is a New York Post article, and I want to give them some credit. They say these lovers come from different sides of the quacks. And I think that is cute. So New York
No.
Post, good job. You really nailed that one.
I think, look at this fucking quack is way more poetic.
Well, indeed. And of course, perhaps they'll smoke a little quack and have some wild, wild sex a little later.
Nice.
So they say it's sort of like a West Side Story. It's been playing out in Central Park all spring. A male wood duck has found love with a female mallard. And apparently that's forbidden.
That's like scandalous.
Yeah, it's
Crossbreeding.
It's yeah. Oh, Jerry's against it.
I am one.
This is disgusting.
Wow.
It's an unusual pairing. They are both waterfowl, but they are of different species. And they have been what is called wowing bird watchers
Oh my god.
for months now. So bird watchers, first of all, keep your pants on.
Yeah.
Also watch out for screaming white women who film you and accuse you of accosting them.
Seriously, fucking A.
Dated reference. Is that
I do
dated
remember
now?
it.
Yeah,
I
you remember that, right?
It was in the
Central Park,
It was
Karen.
in Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So they're calling it the new couple, and they're hot.
The hot couple.
Yes.
The it couple of Central Park.
And they're cute, and they're ducks.
That's so cute.
They've been seen paddling around the lakes together, reservoirs and ponds.
Aww.
Yes, since they first got back together in January. Yes. A relationship like this is rarely seen in the wild. According to David Barrett, a pervert who watches ducks.
Right.
He says it's unusual for a wood duck male to want to court a mallard female. So the man is maybe dipping down his standards to get the
What?
mallard chick.
Okay, why? Okay, how do they know what the sexes are
Well-
of these two not ducks?
Well, you look who's always buying everything. Hey, here we go. I still got it. Yeah, well, he's the one with the credit
Wow,
card.
what a quack.
I think the pretty ducks are the male ducks. I think it's one of those things.
Well, they say
What are you talking about? That one's gorgeous.
they're both beautiful. All ducks are beautiful.
Yeah, this one has some creepy fucking red eyes.
Yeah.
Why is the male duck more precious, though? It's debonair.
Is he the one that gets pregnant?
No, the woman gets pregnant.
Wow.
there-
So
what's-
another patriarchy.
Well, what's the animal that the dude? No, the
Seahorses.
Seahorses.
and then the penguins watch over the eggs, but the chick
Yeah.
still bursts them.
Yeah.
Right. Best of both worlds, really. So the male wood duck is debonair. It's green-headed. So that's really
yes.
cool. And then watchers look at it like, ooh, wow, that's really cool. They say in the duck world, it's the male who does the courting. It does the choosing. So this wood duck, he's making the unusual choice every year to want to be with a mallard female. It's quite
Damn.
unusual.
Likes that jungle duck.
Whoa.
My goodness.
Wow.
So, what does he do to court this beautiful mallard?
What does he do?
Well-
How do we know this isn't platonic?
He because he sticks them through so he's got a bunch of different sorts of techniques that he does.
He breadcrumbs her.
Yes, he basically does.
Oh my God.
He basically does. He gives her a bunch of things. He spoils her, and that's really nice. He gives her different sorts of treats, like pieces of wood, I guess. And they do not mate for life. They only mate for the season. So this is his mallard bitch right now.
Okay.
Okay? And the canoodling, it began again in January when a bunch of people saw them cozying up to one another on what is called an ice shelf.
An ice shelf?
Yeah, it was at the park's reservoir. It's an ice shelf. And they've been inseparable ever since. And he's willing to fight for his woman. And you know what they named the woman?
What?
A Tony.
What?
Yeah, they say, and he's willing to fight for his woman as Tony. Oh, I see. As Tony is for Maria in the famous musical. They're trying to stick with the West Side Story analogy.
I see. Wow. Dyslexia really kicked in there.
What you talking?
Exactly.
There we go. According to Barrett, again, the duck pervert. He says the male wood duck aggressively protects his female mallard. He will not let other ducks, particularly mallards, near his female. When that happens, he chases them away. He swims right at them, pushes them away. He's quite clear about that. He's been protecting that duck for a long time.
Oh. So they grew up together.
They're fun and they're friends. And he says, "You'll leave my gal alone."
Oh, are they kind of like Corey and Topanga?
A little bit.
That's nice.
Yeah. Did you see Topanga? Topanga was hanging out with another sex icon.
She was? I mean,
Yes.
she is so freaking hot.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who was that in the chat? Who was Topanga hanging out with recently? That's for our Patreon chat. There was a picture taken and everyone was freaking out. They're like, this is what you dream about at night.
Wow. I
was
want to
like-
know.
I love Topanga.
I mean, was it the girl that's a porn star now?
No.
Also in Boy Meets World?
No, the black gal?
No, the redheaded chick.
Is she a porn star?
Yes. Very proud one.
Well, good for her. Hell yeah, be proud. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah. Mhm.
Why not? It might be a difficult thing to find. But Topanga was hanging out with another 90s babe. And now they're super hot together. Although I think they're just friends and they were at a basketball game together.
That makes more sense.
So, Barrett, he says it's almost hilarious how aggressive he is about doing what he does because sometimes the duck is just wandering the area looking for food and not out to steal his girl, but he won't even let him do that.
Oh my God, he's controlling.
He is a little controlling.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the sad part about that, where it is like nice to want to be, it's nice to be wanted, but also, can I go out to get ice cream alone?
Seriously, I'm trying to get my little beak done. I'm trying to get my little webbed feet done so I can be cute for you, but you don't want
Right.
to give me any space. You always think I'm like ducking around with other people.
Yeah, exactly. Canoodling with different kinds of cucks.
I'm not. You just got to know
Duck
that I'm a hot
cucks?
commodity.
Duck cucks. So in 2023, the lovebirds, they were spotted with one small duckling. That ignited rumors that they have indeed procreated,
No.
but the baby's gone. No word on where the baby went.
No.
Madeline McCann of Ducks, perhaps?
Maybe they had a miscarriage.
Maybe they killed the frickin' duck because it was messing with their good time.
Maybe the duck was born and it was like it couldn't handle the crossbreeding. It was like, kill me.
Yeah. John Carpenter movie, like The Thing. Why did you do this to me? Apparently, ducks, they are known to like let their offspring just go hang out with other ducks and then get raised by other ducks.
Right.
So these ducks are like not nice. So they don't mate for love, or they mate for the season, not for life, and they don't care about their kids.
Wow.
Jerii, what race does that remind you of? Don't answer, Jerii.
Ducks. It reminds me of ducks.
Oh, it's a species.
Yeah.
So it's the realm of possibility that this romantic pairing could produce a baby this year. And again, a lot of these duck cucks are watching to see if that's going to happen. According to Sarah O'Coin, she's the chief education and wildlife expert for the city park. She says there have even been documented cases of male wood ducks living with pairs of mallards. Oh, very Mormon. Sometimes forming small, mixed species family units, a remarkable example of nature's complexity and adaptability, and also horniness.
Is that what it said?
No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
These ducks want to fuck. But isn't that cute?
I love that so much.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a nice story.
You can't put animals in a box, man.
No, you got to put them in a pond.
You got to put them in a pond. See what's out there.
Yep. If you're looking to catch a glimpse and you happen to be in New York, a gal that I follow on Instagram that I met one time and I pretend that we were much closer than we are, she is currently in New York.
Is that all of our Instagram friends?
Yeah. And then I comment and I'm like, smiley face. And then she hearts and I'm like, maybe that is love.
Yeah.
But I also heart everything. And then it's really just
no.
friendly. It's platonic.
It is platonic. Mine looks morbid because I'm like, black heart.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's my signature.
Yeah, I love that. So they say if you're looking to catch a glimpse of these ducks having sex with each other, go to the reservoir on the east side near East 91st Street. Listen for the quacking. But if that...
They're from East 91st Street? Okay, so they come from money.
Oh, yeah. Well, of
All
course.
right. And that's why it's a big problem because then now, like, their houses, they're like, a curse on both your ponds. Fuck this.
Yep.
Wow.
Then you can see the building that is from Ghostbusters there, too.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Their office?
No, it's like when Sigourney Weaver or whoever that was like turned into Zool or whatever.
Sigourney Weaver, babe.
Yeah.
Love Sigourney
And
Weaver.
They go out on like the balcony and all that shit. The building's right there.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Does it look like it?
Yeah, looks exactly.
Cool.
Who was weaving gurneys before her?
Who was what? Weaving Gurneys?
Weaving gurneys.
Weaving Gurneys?
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Apparently not that good.
No, I get it now. What if the
It was a thinker?
if Sigourney
I didn't
Sigourney
think
was
it was a thinker.
if Sigourney was a gown, then yeah, who's weaving that Sigourney?
I just said that.
Who's weaving that
What are
Sigourney?
you doing?
I'm just saying what you said. It's Don't forget, we found out I'm autistic.
No, that was a man move is what that was.
What? No.
That's my original thought.
Speaking of man moves, you know I'm on my Wegovy,
Yes.
trying to drop some pounds.
What a man move it is.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
And it's working.
It's working a little bit. I'm noticing the nice thing about the heat is it lets you know where the folds are. Because that's where the sweat comes in. And then you say, oh, maybe I should try to work on that. Oh, look at that new piece of fat.
Oh.
Also, when you lose weight, strangely enough, your body it becomes a waterfall, a melting candle of pure love. So it sort of transforms. One thing that is transforming, Ozempic penis.
Whoa.
What?
Yes,
What is that? Oh,
indeed.
no.
First of all, they for some reason the photo of the man in this article has a 9-pack, and we are talking about people who use Ozempic. Okay.
Seriously, why does his pelvis go on for days?
It's because he's gay, Jerii. He wants nothing to do with you, and he takes care of his body because he has a healthy ego.
Hey, I don't like hot people, so I think I'm sitting here with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Stick with your 5s and 6s. They have to be funny. So, apparently, Ozempic users. Now, you usually, whenever you hear blank penis, you usually think, we're probably making it
Oh,
smaller.
it's probably shrinking it.
Probably shrinking it.
Yeah.
Not in this case.
No.
Ozempic, and I'm assuming Wegovy, has proven to increase the size of one's penis.
No.
Yes. and I can't wait for that to happen.
And I'm still waiting on the results.
Yes.
Wait.
It's like an antidepressant. It takes a while to kick in.
Yeah, maybe it was big. Maybe it was too big to start with.
Yeah.
So this all came from the mouth of a wife. Yes.
We know how credible that is. Was her husband sitting right fucking next to her?
No.
And she was sweating bullets? She's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it made his dick bigger.
No. She says, this is on Reddit, so you can believe it.
Oh,
She said
in that case.
She said he lost a fair bit of weight, and now this is a quote. Now his junk definitely looks bigger.
Okay, looks bigger is not got bigger. If he lost a lot of weight, maybe it's like a perspective switch.
It could be, but they say the girth is also larger.
Again, maybe
so-
it's just fucking with her brain.
But how would the girth be larger? I can see the length
because she's a little more in love.
Well, that's true, and you just fantasize it. It is all in the mind, isn't it?
Every time a girl's like a little more in love, she's like, "Oh my god, did it get bigger?"
Yeah,
and then she might not be. She's like not lying, but she's just like she's super horny.
It's how she feels.
It's how she feels.
Yeah.
It's like when you're really, really hungry and a large pizza looks small, but then when you're full, a small pizza looks large.
Exactly.
Right.
And just like feelings and Ozempic penis, they're not real.
It's Ozempdick.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we go nuts? We gonads? Maybe we go
Oh,
nuts.
we gonads. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, so loser scientists are pushing back and saying there's no evidence. But again, this bitch wrote on fucking Reddit. And she said her husband's dick is huge now. So another commenter said, that's an unexpected benefit. I used to joke with my wife that this was all bullshit because we've noticed, but since then we've noticed 2 extra inches.
2 extra inches. What?
2
That's a
extra
lot.
inches.
That's
That
huge.
is a lot.
I mean, was he never hard before? Because then, of course.
Well, he didn't say if he was or not. I would assume he was.
Yeah.
Yes. And then this is where the guy gets a little cocky. He says, I was already pleased, but this is, yeah. But he says, it's definitely nice. And then he said, it's surprising, nice little confidence boost. So, but he was
your
pleased
dick
before.
gets 2 inches bigger, of course.
Yep.
That's going to be a nice little confidence boost.
Another dude said, I lost 60 pounds in 4 months. The wife today, he calls his wife the wife.
The wife.
The old ball and
Gotta
chain.
get back to the wife.
The,
you know how that goes.
the romance is hot and heavy with this one.
Divorce coming soon.
Yeah, the old wife.
Come on. Happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying?
So he says, the wife today told me that she thinks my penis is larger from the meds. Could it be the unseen side effect? Dare I say it's a very much seen side effect. So I guess wives are just looking at their husbands and being like, your cock was so small and now your cock is looking bigger.
Yeah.
Well, obesity also contributes to reduced blood flow, which is what the
True.
boner's all
Oh,
about.
damn. That's so true.
So it could have been so long that they didn't realize that
Yeah.
there was more meat down there than the blood was able to get to.
That's a very, very good point.
Wow.
One commenter also said could be weight loss around the pubic area. So
Yeah.
it just looks big.
Yeah, that little bark is extended out a little more.
But
You
again,
can see your root chakra.
yeah, there it is.
Rid of the old fupa.
Oh, yeah, I love a fupa. You can unzip it, put your coins in there. So, another Redditor said, that's pretty common when a guy loses weight. They say, my partner lost 120 pounds, and his definitely looks larger now.
Wow.
So what's the how does this
It's
translate?
50-50.
How does this translate to women taking Ozempic?
Oh, they're clits.
Pussies are huge.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
like extended labia or
Yes.
is it?
I got stuck on some.
Protruding
I was on
clitoris?
YouTube, and the extended labia. There's a term for it. Vagina moralis.
It's gross.
No, it's not necessarily, Kyle.
Kyle.
Not necessarily. I've been down there fighting the good fight before. getting out there.
You getting knocked around by it?
What is
Yeah.
happening? Well,
Sometimes you're just like, I wish my tongue had eyes so I could figure out how to maneuver, navigate this. But anyway, just pretend you're in the deli section and work it out.
The taste buds are the eyes of the tongue, Ben.
That is very true.
wow, this is all very disappointing.
They all taste
and yet
good to
not
me.
surprising at all.
It's our life story.
It's science.
So globally, as we've talked about, the average penis size has been trending upward for years. And scientists say Ozempic basically the science is out, but the wives' opinion is in, and they say it's getting bigger.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm probably a little accurate about this with the whole, that they're just looking at their brand new hotter husband.
Yep, that's very, very possible.
Yeah.
Yep, researcher shows the average size of an erect penis has increased by 24%.
Whoa.
Over the last 29 years.
Almost a quarter.
Damn, I just missed it.
It's huge. Yeah, that's true. We all did. And the average was 4.8, but now it's 6.
What?
What the fuck?
The average was 4.8.
Shut up.
The hell's in the water?
Just come on. 6. What the fuck you talking about? These kids, all they do is play video games all day. They don't even use the damn thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they wear sweatpants, so
Just
there's nothing
hanging
stopping
low.
it.
Yeah.
These assholes. You're telling me this generation of sludges, they get the huge cocks?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck. What the hell? Maybe that's science trying to get them to procreate.
Yeah.
And they're like, give them bigger tits, give them bigger dicks. Come on, we got to get more babies.
Oh, yeah, that could be it too.
Penis filler has also been a trend.
But you know what? Their faces are uglier.
The
younger generation.
I gotta say,
Sorry, guys.
I think Generation X so far has been the best aging population, and I hate to even give them flowers, but I have to.
Yeah.
Because they're in their mid-50s to 60s now.
Yeah, and they look great.
They're doing pretty
they
good.
They do look great.
They really they don't. That ain't your grand.
My parents are freaking thriving.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Apparently, they listen to this.
Oh, nice.
Hello, new bathroom every day.
Hello, Mr.
my
and Mrs.
God.
Jerii.
It's a house full of bathrooms.
Took a break from remodeling their house for the last 8 years to listen to this podcast.
Well, and I will say, your daughter. This is directly to the family.
Oh, my
She said she
God.
cannot wait to buy you stuff when the show takes off. That
That's
is
true. Let me buy you stuff.
Jerry Daddy.
Because
Yeah.
oh, I love that, Jerii Daddy. So penis filler has been very popular lately, which I didn't realize. You can inject your penis, and then it makes it all bigger, and then I guess again you're more confident.
It's a really weird time to bring up my parents. I am just noticing.
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
Yeah.
Interesting. However, there are some side effects, including fatigue, abdominal cramps, vomiting, depression, and ironically, decreased libido.
Wow.
So you got a massive
just like
hug.
a man to get just a giant fucking dick, and then all of a sudden you don't want to fuck.
Yeah, it's like getting $1 million and losing your debit card.
That's
Like I swear to God, I have the money. I have no way to access the account.
You don't even take Apple Pay?
I don't have a phone right now.
Oh, that's a waste.
It really is.
And yet, and even with new technology, even with ways to make your dick get bigger and help you through all of your little pee-pee insecurities, you still find a way to waste my time. That is insane.
I apologize on behalf of all men.
Jesus.
Yep.
It's like an award. It's like
We
sitting on
will
the balls
go
like it's a
nuts.
shelf.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, it's for display.
It really is
it
for
really
display.
is.
Yep. I'll put my parents' ashes down.
Display and political commentary, apparently.
Kyle wears his dad's ashes on his necklace. Maybe I'll get a ball sack where I put all my parents' ashes.
Yeah.
That's really gross.
Truck nuts and put it around your neck.
Yeah. What's in there, Mom and Dad?
That's not cool, man.
It's my mom and my dad. If you fucking talk about my truck nuts that are filled with my parents again, I'll kill you. You fuck. All right. Antonio Brown. Let's move on.
Can we?
Well, it's a bit of a segue because this guy has a huge dick, which he has shown many times on social media.
Oh, really?
Mostly when he's kind of accosting people in a pool. But anyway, Antonio Brown, for those that don't know, for our non-sports fans, he's a Super Bowl winning wide receiver who also suffers from a massive amount of CTE. He's completely lost his mind, and now he's being arrested for attempted murder.
Oh, wow.
He is, it's hard to describe. They show early interviews when he got into the NFL, when he was like a rookie, and he's really articulate and he's like charming.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the last season they show him and he is fucking gone. Like gone. Tom Brady.
I kind of want to see a contrast video of these two things.
I don't know. I wonder if we could find
Are
that.
you allowed to find them?
Yeah, there might be something there. So Antonio Brown, he has now officially been charged. This was in Miami-Dade. They're seeking his arrest for attempted murder following a shooting that transpired last month outside of a boxing event in South Florida, which if you're going to have a shooting, that's where you do it.
Where?
Outside a boxing event in South Florida?
I guess that's true. And
Yeah.
most likely everyone is just strapped.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
While it's on a Twitch stream, no less.
Wow.
Yes, he streamed the entire thing.
Wow.
So, Brown is seen wearing gold boxing gloves, and then all of a sudden things happen, and then a gun is fired, and now Antonio Brown has taken to X, and he posted, quote, "What doesn't kill you makes me stronger. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Hashtag love from the Middle East." And then he shared a little video of him on a bicycle.
What?
Yeah, and no one really knows what that's about. It's a 10-second clip of him just on a bicycle. So again, he's completely and utterly lost his mind. Do we have clips of him when he was kind of smart?
Yes, we have a video I can bring up here that says CTE before and after.
Oh, fantastic.
Exactly.
Oh, it's just
And
not
the
available.
page is
Not available?
available.
Oh, you bastards.
Before is no longer available. Not even to him.
Well, if you can't see it, if you can't get it here, then just check it out for yourself. It is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, he is charged with attempted murder with a firearm. The arrest warrant suggests a $10,000 bond, which really isn't that much.
No.
Not at all. And he has to be placed under house arrest. Last month, Brown allegedly said he was jumped in an attempt to take his jewelry outside Brand Risk Boxing Promotion.
Wow.
It was hosted by Aiden Ross, who is a very successful streamer. You know who Aiden Ross is?
Nope, not at all.
I don't either.
You're the young one.
I am so out of the loop with, if you can see this, everything. I'm out of the loop with everything.
Aiden Ross, cool. Just know he's cool.
Okay, Aiden Ross, cool,
He's
streamer.
He's a streamer.
Yeah.
So during the video, loud bangs go off in the background as onlookers run, and an individual behind the camera says, "Shots is crazy." He says, "Shots is crazy."
Shots is crazy.
Yeah. And then several guests at the event say Brown was the shooter, and that is why he is now being sought by the folks in Miami-Dade. They found 2 spent shell casings and an empty firearm holster. Which, why are these people leaving their fucking holsters everywhere? Koberger. And now he's leaving his holster. Who brings the holster
For
with
what?
them anyway?
Yeah,
the firearm
seriously.
holster? That's lame.
Is it because they wanted to look cool, like walking up and prepping for it or something? But then when
Yeah.
they pulled it out, the holster fell out, and then they just ran.
Yeah, it's lame.
That is lame.
So they were located by, the holster was located by police officers. Then they found a cell phone video obtained from social media, and it directly shows Brown with a firearm in his hand. So this could be the nail in the coffin as far as Antonio Brown, because he's gotten away with like a lot of very questionable things.
Yeah.
And this might be finally, I don't want anyone to go to prison, but obviously he's a danger to society.
He's the kicker. Come on.
Yeah. So maybe it's time for him to go cool out a little bit in a cell.
I think
Yeah.
I foresee reduced charges on this one, like assault with a deadly weapon or something.
Well, what does that get you?
I mean, it could still get you a lot of time, but it's not going to put you away. The attempted murder, we're going to put you away for a much longer time.
Well, he says...
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. He says, regarding the boxing event that happened last night, I was jumped by multiple individuals who tried to steal my jewelry and cause physical harm to me.
I mean, that much is true. He might skate on this one, too, because there are like 5 people jumping and beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And how can you charge with attempted murder? You don't know what his mindset was. I mean, you could take a guess, but
I just think he's always thinking about Blue's Clues.
he is defending himself.
True. And in Florida, the governor, which we'll talk about on Ben Kissel Politics, he did just say if you're driving and there's protesters on the street, you can hit them.
Vroom, vroom.
He literally fucking tweeted that.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Wow, it's the Wild Wild West.
The same way that like Elon just kind of like backtracked and he's like, I regret some of the tweets that I posted last week.
Yep. It's an all-girls club full of cock and balls.
Insane.
So he has said that again, he did act in self-defense. We shall see what happens with Antonio Brown. But just no matter what, it's such a decline, and it's very sad to see. It's sad to see because, again, he did have a lot of charm, and now he is kind of a sex pest and running around, going to boxing events with a firearm.
And there are still people that don't fully acknowledge or believe in quote unquote in CTE.
Yeah, one of my idols, and he can think whatever he wants, and I will agree with him when I'm in front of him. But Stone Cold Steve Austin is just like, I don't believe it. And I'm like, okay.
It's not real.
That checks out for him.
Well, he's one of my favorites of all time. But he got dropped on his fucking head and damn near died. So, but anyway. Who knows? All right. Well, let's get to some crowd. Let's get to the audience here. What do y'all think on this wonderful Friday?
People are saying, his tourniquet named it the bereavement scrotum.
Yes.
Your necklace with your parents.
the ball.
Oh, I love that. The bereavement scrotum.
That's not cool.
That's going to be one of our merches.
Yeah.
Our merch eye.
Bereavement scrotum? Fuck.
Critical Clip said these ducks should be butt of the week. Fuck time.
Thank
Whoa!
you.
Whoa!
you.
No time.
Thank you, Critical Clips.
Something you want to keep in a bottle.
Yeah.
Time.
They also said her friend's favorite thing to say when you ask him something with an obvious yes answer is, does a duck's dick drag weeds?
I like
The
that.
answer is yes.
Does it?
It does now.
I like to, this comes from the little-known movie Gung Ho, which I thought was much more famous, but apparently not. When something is a definitive yes, I like to say, is a frog's ass watertight?
Nice.
Oh, my God. See, that one sounds a little more accurate.
Does a duck's dick, what is it? Does a duck's dick?
Drag weeds.
Drag weeds.
I love
But I didn't
that.
realize that a duck's dick was long and dangling.
Oh, my
I
God.
thought it,
Show her a duck's dick
I
before
thought
we
it-
go.
I thought it went up. Like,
No, it's a curly.
showed out.
Duck's dicks are
it is a curly,
huge.
isn't it? It is a curl.
That's a duck's dick.
That's
God.
disgusting.
It's an umbilical cord.
Ew.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to saw
Oh
through your
my
temple.
God.
It's a tapeworm.
It looks like it
Yeah.
needs a wall anchor to impregnate another duck. That is fucked.
I think it's demure. That's what I think it is. All right. Anything else?
There was a huge, every single person in the chat, man or woman, was saying, yes, skinny white guys are packing heat.
Yep, they are.
Yep. Yeah,
they
they
are.
really are.
Big cocks.
Yep, it just is what it is, and the universe is a strange way of evening everything out.
Yep, tell me about it. I'm adorable, and I have this mouth on me. It's fucking
Yep, exactly.
very sad thing.
Little scrawny guys full of acne that look like they have a meth problem, but not enough money for meth.
Yeah.
12-inch dicks.
Yep.
It ain't fair. Thank you all so much for listening to another great week of OK Bud. Go and rate and review on Spotify or iTunes. And thanks to Tommy, who sent us the blanket for dog Jerii.
Oh,
So nice.
So sweet.
It's so sweet, and we do have a P.O. box. What is the P.O. box? I mean, no one will really listen to it over. We'll put it on. We'll do a little link on there.
Yes.
We'll put a link on there. So feel free to send us anything. Jerii is just buy Jerii stuff, please. A human Jerii.
Yes.
Because-
It's my turn to shine.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have my head bitten off to get a little blanket or something.
Oh,
Don't send me blankets.
wow.
I'm kidding.
Shaming my dog.
No.
All right, everyone. Hail yourself. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.